LSU death. Madison Brooks's last text to mom who knew something terrible happened. Brooks was allegedly raped and pushed out of her attacker's vehicle on a rainy January night, when she was fatally struck by a car. Madison Brooks's mom, Ashley Boustert, texted her daughter that she loved her late Saturday night, Jan. 14, and said, "I'll see you tomorrow." The two planned to meet at Brooks's student housing the next morning to unload the rest of Brooks's things before she started her sophomore spring semester at LSU. Brooks texted her mom back from Reggie's bar at 11:38 p.m. and said, "I love you" with 3 exclamation points and sent me a picture of her and one of my sorority sister's sons, Boustert told Fox News Digital in an exclusive interview. About 3.5 hours later, Brooks was hit by a car and lay dying in the middle of a busy Baton Rouge, Louisiana, parkway while the rain poured. First responders rushed her to a local hospital but could not save her. Investigators initially believed the 19-year-old died in a tragic but non-criminal car accident, but her mom said, "I immediately knew that foul play was involved. I knew something was wrong. I knew something terrible happened," Boustert said. Based on the circumstances of how she was hit, where she was, the time and her being alone. The driver who hit Brooks stayed on scene and immediately called 911, police said. 2 other Good Samaritans pulled over and tried to save her life before medical personnel arrived at the scene. Her mom raced to the local hospital from her home about 1.5 hours away in Louisiana. Brooks's dad hightailed it from Florida and other family members rushed to the hospital. Her parents reached Brooks just in time to say their goodbyes, while she was still breathing, Boustert said. "We found out that she's not going to make it, so my first and only priority was spending the last few moments that she had with her," Boustert said. Brooks's grandmother, Boustert's mother Mandy LeBlanc, said her focus was on keeping her daughter together. "Police were at the hospital when we got there. Cops were outside the door. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was concerned about keeping her stable," LeBlanc said, referring to Boustert. LeBlanc and Boustert's brother eventually made their way to Reggie's bar in Tigerland, LSU's social hotspot that has become a crime-ridden section of Baton Rouge, to retrieve Brooks's cell phone that she left behind. That was a screaming red flag for Boustert and Brooks's family that something bad happened. "We were like, there's no way Maddie put herself at 3 in the morning on the parkway in that neighborhood without her phone," Boustert said. "Like no one would do that." After they got Brooks's phone, Boustert's mother's intuition was confirmed, and the case became a criminal investigation.